Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word and truth and sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. To the Aquath that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,000, the 1/3, the hopeful elect of Israel. All right, so I saw this video, right? It's about zombies and pestilence, okay? Because really a zombie, right, is many things, but what we know zombies to be, or what we've been socialized to understand, it has something to do with rabies, yeah, which is pestilence. All right, so let's read, get a scripture first. 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right, so this zombie situation is a device. Okay, let's see, Phoenix Rising. Let's type this in real quick. Zombie, the hell?
Organization made from eco-friendly materials. We're doing our part.
Slovakia. I don't know what the hell this is. All right. I want to type in ZOMBIE, apocalypse. Hope I spelled it right. Zombie apocalypse. What? CDC. What is the CDC doing? Okay. Zombie pandemic. CDC has a fun new way of teaching the important. Going viral. CDC's Zombie Apocalypse 2012. Zombie Talk Preparedness. Centers for Disease Control. This is the CDC.gov. That's their website. What are they doing? Playing. What is this? Zombie Preparedness 101. What is this? Okay, and it's not like everybody doesn't know about it. Everybody does know about it. But why? Okay? Now, in order to understand this, we got to understand predictive programming. All right, shall I get that real quick? Okay, so the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, has got Zombie Preparedness 101. All right? Preparedness 101 Zombie Apocalypse is a blog post by the United States Centers for Disease Control. Why? And prevention that uses zombie apocalypse to raise public awareness. No, sorry. Just like you use War of the Worlds. Predictive, let's get that real quick. Predictive programming, definite. Apparently, I've been here before. Across many conspiracy theories. All right, predictive programming equals increases the public's acceptance of planned future events. That's pretty straightforward. Predictive programming equals a method by which you can increase the public's acceptance of planned future events. So, planned future event is a zombie apocalypse. According to this, the CDC talking about zombie apocalypse is letting us know that it's going to happen. It's a planned future event. See that? Planned. So when you go to CDC and you see that the CDC, right, is dealing with, what happened to it? The CDC is dealing with zombies, right? Zombie preparedness and response campaign, CDC. What? What you're doing is you're preparing us for a future event. Where'd it go? increases the public's acceptance. So, do you accept this? The CDC is asking, are you ready for the zombie apocalypse? Okay. Now, before we get into zombies, let's get into War of the Worlds first, okay? So, let's go here. War of the Worlds radio broadcast, 1938. Why did they do this? What's this about? Right? This is a planned future event that, okay, now the Most High has his plan of when the chariots are coming back, the angels, to cast judgment, to pronounce judgment on Babylon. And this devil, according to Carol Rosen, they're going to fake an alien invasion. Going back to World of the World. They started this campaign before 1938. Okay? So Orson Welles, War of the Worlds radio broadcast. Do we have to go into it? Maybe this guy will explain what it is. No, I'm not going there. First time listening. Anyway, War of the Worlds was a radio broadcast where they simulated, right, that aliens from outer space, from Mars, took over the world, and it was a radio show, and the real world exercise that was going on out there, fools lost their mind, right? And then there's a movie, War of the Worlds, and what is it all talking about? It's talking about when Yahushua comes back. So they know that this is going to happen. So what are they doing? They're trying to control the narrative, right? Okay? So now that we understand War of the Worlds, let's see. I want somebody to narrate it quickly. Let's see right here. Let's see what this is. History brief. Let's look at this.
The War of the Worlds broadcast was one of the most memorable events to occur in the 1930s. What happened during this broadcast? Who perpetrated this stunt? On October...
The CDC perpetrated this stunt, right? They're perpetrating it right now.
30th, 1938, the Mercury Theater Radio Group aired a dramatic radio presentation of the classic H.G. Wells novel, The War of the Worlds. The novel conveys the story of an alien invasion of Earth. The group conducting the broadcast presented the story in a modern setting and changed the stage to New York and New Jersey, whereas the original novel had taken place in England. The story was presented in real time, as if the events were actually taking place. Regular music programming was periodically interrupted with special bulletins, which inform the listeners of the latest news regarding the alien invasion.
So, quickly, let me say this. Do you know what they call a production like this today? They call it a PSYOP. Psychological operation. That's what this was then. That's what it is now. Understand that. This didn't happen on its own. This guy, we're going to use the entire radio across the United States. That has to be a coordinated effort. Just like if the Beatles are going to be the number one rock and roll band on the face of the earth, all the radio stations have to be controlled, right, to play that same record over and over and over until you love it. It's called brainwashing. All right. It means all the radio stations all over the world, right, have been payola, right, to play this particular song or group over and over until the world loves it, until they buy it, all right, until they're programmed. That's what's going on here.
Many people heard these reports and believed the invasion was really happening. At the beginning of the broadcast, there was an announcement stating that the program was a radio drama. Unfortunately, many people missed this announcement. Thousands of listeners called the police. Some went outside and convinced themselves that they could see flashes of light in the distance as the battle ensued. Others were certain that they could smell poisonous gases being fired by one side or the other. There were incidents of hysteria all across the country. Many people rushed into the streets with shotguns and rifles, ready to battle the unknown alien enemy. Others fled to the hills, trying to escape the cities. The situation was made increasingly worse because the broadcasters were using real place names. For example, the initial alien landing was supposed to have taken place at Grover's Mill. Crowds of people arrived at this location with guns and other weapons. As a result, the police and fire departments were forced to go there and manage the crowds. Bystanders who saw the mass of armed citizens, police, and firemen had no choice but to believe that the rumors of alien invasion were true. It has been estimated that approximately 6 million people listened to the broadcast, and, of those, up to 1 million may have believed the events were actually happening.
Okay, this is how the devil did. This is Satan's devices. All right. Now, predictive programming. We already went through that. Let's get let's go here. All right. Hey. Now here we are today. This is 44 minutes ago, and I really like this channel, Minutes of Horror. So subscribe to that. I like this guy. He does good work. He's not in the truth, but he brings up good situations. He's very thorough on how what he goes into. So anyway, let's watch a bit of this, right? Why did the government test a zombie virus simulation? What's going on here? Okay. Now, what they're going to show you is that they just did a War of the Worlds radio broadcast on the people. What is it, Montana? On the people of Montana. So what's going on? What are they doing right now? Okay. Let's get a precept real quick. Let's get Matthew 24 and 6, or what is it, 7? This is what I want. 7. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences. Not famine and pestilence, plural, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. Now, when you look at all of these things, these are very much man-made, nation against nation. Wars and rumors of war. This is man creating it. Esau's creating these things. Famines. Is he creating a famine? Of course he is. Okay. Are there biolabs in America? Yes, there are. It's been proven in the town that I live in. Earthquakes do they have a heart machine? Do they have laser weapons? Of course they do. All right. Pestilences, right? Let's get this real quick. Slovakia. I'm going to try to keep it short. 16. 2nd Ezra 16, right? Let's see. Plagues. Where is it? Sword, famine, evils. I think it's up here. Let's see. Plagues. Plague is pestilence, ain't it? Plagues. Plagues. right? So we're in the time of these plagues, all right? We're in the time of these pestilences. All right. So, yeah, famine, not famine, but plague, right? A plague. Plagues are sent unto you. All right. Pestilence and plague are the same. Even so, the plagues, right? Behold, famine and plague, right? Over and over. So, we're dealing with zombies, right? And zombie goes into rabies, right? Which is a pestilence, if you will. Let's watch this. Again, minutes of horror. Why did the government test the zombie virus? This is today. Okay. Now remember War of the Worlds.
The Montana TV station is beefing up its computer security after hackers used the station to broadcast a phony zombie alert. Watch.
Civil authorities in your area have reported that the bodies of the dead are rising from their graves and attacking the living.
The phony emergency alert came during a broadcast of the Steve Wilkos show.
Let's watch that again.
From their graves in your area.
Use the station to broadcast a phony zombie alert. Watch.
Civil authorities in your area have reported that the bodies of the dead are rising from their graves and attacking the living.
The phony emergency alert came during a broadcast of the Steve Wilkos show, saying bodies rising from their graves.
Okay, now that goes right back to 38 and War of the Worlds, does it not? Okay, and people respond to that, and what do? They get the gun, they go outside. Where the zombies at? Right? What are you supposed to do when that disinformation comes out like that? Or a psyop, which is clearly is. This is now. This is today.
TV engineers pulled it off the air and replaced it with an apology, but not before it got broadcast over much of Montana. They haven't caught it.
Ever since October 4th's emergency alert test, I have been a little cautious, a little weary when it comes to drills and simulations. And I really think that's for good reason. You had these countries around the world in 2023 testing their emergency alerts. You had United States and Russia on the same day on October 4th testing their emergency alert systems. You had Russia take it a step further. They were conducting simulations as if there was a nuclear fallout, as if 70% of the homes were destroyed in Russia. Well, then 3 days later, on October 7th, we have this massive conflict breaking out in the Middle East. Now, I'm not going to toot my own horn.
Okay, now quickly, all right? Zombies, right? What is the definition of a zombie? Because we're going to bring this right back into the precepts, okay? What, do you know what a zombie is? Zombie. Noun. A corpse said to be revived by what? Witchcraft. Huh? Witchcraft. Okay? Especially in certain African and Caribbean religions. Okay? There's that word. What is this word, witchcraft, doing right there? Okay? So it's dealing with death. It says, zombie is a mythological, undead, corporal revenant created through the reanimation of a corpse. Okay? Yeah. a dead person who is able to move because of magic, according to some religions and stories, movies, etc. Scary film about zombies. Okay, so we're dealing with magic and witchcraft, right? No? There's the magic. And here's the witchcraft. So that's involved in this. All right, back to this. Just thought we would look up the definition of the word zombie.
And behind that is I don't like the word toot. I think the word toot is a very disgusting word. Tooting your horn sounds like something you would do in the privacy of your own bedroom. But the point is, I made a video on October 5th after seeing all the signs in the media that all these countries are preparing for something. And then of course that something did happen 2 days later on October 7th. So the general idea is when you start to see these countries prepare for something, it's always good to prepare yourself, maybe stock up on some canned goods, water, first aid kits. It seems like these countries are now preparing for something again. Right now it is only Finland, but if you had these countries around the world preparing for a zombie apocalypse at the same time, it would definitely raise some questions among the public. More than likely what we're going to see are these countries running these virus outbreak scenarios a few months after each other, just like the emergency alert systems. Like how the United Kingdom tested their emergency alert systems April of 2023, and then countries after the United Kingdom, months after, were testing their emergency alert systems as well. So it's going to be the same kind of scenario. But I am going to show you a few articles that's going to let you know they are indeed preparing for this disease X that's right around the corner.
What does this say? Zombie uprising can help us predict how future pandemics spread. Do you see this? October 27th. Now, what did it say? Predict. It said that where? When we went and looked for the predictive programming. What was it? Increase the public's acceptance of planned future events. Planned future events. Predict future events, pandemic spread. You see where what'd your boy Gates of Hell say? The next one will get your attention. Remember that? So where's this going? October 27th. Today is the 23rd. This is Samhain today. Okay. So guess what? It's zombie night. Witches in the street, zombies, witchcraft. Okay. The Walking Dead. Anything could jump off tonight. They can unleash the Kraken tonight. All right? Listen to a little more.
October 27th, 2023, zombie uprisings can help us predict how future pandemics spread. Scientists in Finland are modeling a very, and the article goes to state, hopefully at least, fictional scenario to help understand how pathogens spread.
Hopefully at least.
They are
this. Scientists in Finland are modeling a very, hopefully at least. That's loaded. Fictional scenario. It's hopefully fictional now. You don't put that in. You don't cover your ass like that if you know that this is fiction. Right? Listen to what he says about why they would do this.
At the shambling undead, the ghoulish risen with a taste for human brain, zombies. So here's my biggest concern and here's my biggest question. Scientists are using their time, money, and resources using a zombie apocalypse as the main scenario, as the main model and example, to learn how a pathogen spreads. We already had a very real pathogen spread in 2020, the C-19, which claimed a lot of lives. So why aren't scientists using their time, money, and research studying the C-19 even further to see how that pathogen spread, to stop any future outbreaks from occurring among the public? Are there not also multiple variants and mutations spreading across the world as well? So why are they using a fictional zombie apocalypse as their main testing grounds? I mean, no, seriously, make that make sense, because they have a real world example that they can use, but they decide to test how a pathogen spreads in a zombie apocalypse. This article continues to state this effort, which focuses on individual interactions instead of a population wide model, could reveal insights that aid in the preparation for future pandemics. Again, this research makes no sense whatsoever in how they're presenting it to us, into why they're doing it. Because again, the C-19 is completely based off of individual interaction. How many people you could have over your home. You have to mask up. You have to be 6 feet apart. A team led by a mathematician at Aalto University has been conducting models of a zombie uprising, altering the perimeters to determine how a plague of undead would unfold across Finland. Their results have concluded the window time for containing a zombie outbreak is very narrow. With just a single zombie, they would need to act within 7 hours by destroying the infected agent or quarantining the city, aka Lockdown 2.0.
Let's stop it right there. So you see where this has the potential of going. All right. You know why this is going on? This devil, he got his ducks are in a row. But he knows time is short. He's running out of time. He's desperate. Right? Let's get that. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Why is he throwing everything in the kitchen sink? We're at the end here. All right? He knows. He gotta try to flip something. Okay? And we're on to it. All right? Let's get witchcraft and we'll close it up. Stand now. Well, they call it witchcraft and magic, right? Isaiah 47 and 12 in the NIV. Keep on then with your magic spells and with your many sorceries which you have labored at since childhood. Perhaps you will succeed. Perhaps you will cause terror. That's what they're doing. Zombie apocalypse, y'all. You're trying to cause terror. Now use your magical charms. Use the spells you've worked at all these years. Enchantments, many sorceries, spells, enchantments, sorceries, right? Where's my word witchcraft at? Spells, enchantments. They all say witchcraft. Enchantments, sorceries, magicians, sorcerers, enchantments, magic powers. Evil, evil magic. Magic spells and charms. Incantations. This is all witchcraft. Charms. Amulets. Let's see, let's go back up here and let's go to the whole thing. Let's go to 11. Disaster, conjure. Who conjures? Calamity. Ransom, keep on. Astrologers. Let's see. Let's see. Stargazers, astrologers, councils. This is all witchcraft. All right? It's what it is. So, the moral of the situation is this, okay? we're in the time where, these witches, they got to use what power they have while they still can, right? And it ain't going to go well. This is 1 Peter 4. 1 Peter 4 and 7 in the BSB, Berean. The end of all things is near, therefore be clear-minded and sober that you can pray. Let's look at that up here. The end of the world is coming soon. Therefore be earnest and disciplined in your prayers. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Be serious. Be of sound judgment. Okay, self-controlled. All right? Because this devil, as a roaring lion, 1 Peter 5 and 8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may be able to devour. That's what this dude is doing. He's using zombie hordes. Okay? He's using his witchcraft. That's all he's got left. All he's got left is his witchcraft and trickery. And that shit is failing. All right, so with that, we hope that, stay alert, be ready, be sober, of sober mind, right? So that you may withstand the wiles of this devil, like Wile E. Coyote. All right, so with that, we hope that the elect are edified, you brothers and few sisters. Shalom.